It's another beautiful day of working on the Budget Drift Mustang GT project, and we are so close to having this thing ready to rip around on the track. There's just a few last things that we need to button up. Obviously, when you're drifting, you want to make sure traction control is completely off so the system doesn't try to kick on. And another thing that a lot of people tend to forget about is the SRS system. Drifting is pretty rough on vehicles, and you do not want the airbags going off accidentally. So you want to make sure that the airbags and the seatbelt pretensioners are disabled. So in today's video, I'm going to dig into these systems and get them disabled so we can rip around the track worry-free. So stay tuned. The first thing that I want to do is disable the SRS system. What a lot of people do is they will remove the battery, and then they'll unplug the airbags, unplug the sensors, replace the steering wheel with a wheel that doesn't have an airbag, and then they'll buy bucket seats and harnesses to replace the seat belts. And this is a really good way to disable the system, but also replace all of your safety equipment with better equipment if you spend the money on quality seats and harnesses. But with this car, I plan on just leaving the stock seats and belts in it for now, and I'm going to disable the system on the electrical side. This is going to be much cheaper and allow us to still utilize the SRS system when I take it on the road for test drives. I don't want to full send delete the SRS system yet because I still have quite a few things to iron out, and that means that I'm still going to have to take this thing on the street to do quite a few test drives. So the very first thing I'm going to do is disconnect the battery. Now the next thing you want to do is locate fuse number 17, which is in the passenger side footwell. So we're going to remove this here, pop that out, and it is right behind this cover here. So there are two little latches on each side, and I just got a flathead screwdriver because my tabs on those are broken. So I just got flathead screwdriver and just popped underneath those and pulled it out. Okay, so now you want to locate fuse number 17, which is a 10 amp mini fuse that powers the restraint control module and occupant detection system. So as you can see here, this is it, right there, number 17. So we're going to use these little grabbers here. And there you go, your SRS fuse is now removed. Don't forget to put this guy back. And then we can replace our cover. So now by pulling this fuse, we should get a light on the dash indicating that the system is inactive. But we're only going to get that light when we reconnect the battery. Now that the SRS system is inactive, we are halfway there. Now for the traction control, a lot of people just press the button to turn this off, or they hold the brake pedal and then they push this button and hold it for 7 to 8 seconds until they see the advanced track off on the dash, and then they think they're all good to go. However, this system is still active and it's still going to mess you up for drifting. Although it says the advanced track system is disabled, it's still active to some extent. There's still some logic being used during driving for the torque management system, so it's going to limit your throttle capability. And your ABS is going to still remain active during this time, so if you lock up your brakes during a drift, it's going to freak the system out. So what a lot of people do to bypass this system is they do one of two things. They'll either disconnect one of their wheel speed sensors to disable the system, or they'll remove their fuses for the ABS and TCS systems. Both of these will achieve the exact same effect, and from what I understand, both of these systems will be off permanently until you either plug back in your wheel speed sensors or plug back in your fuses. And this shouldn't do any damage to either one of your systems. And from what I hear online, it makes your car drive like a completely different animal. So I think the route that I'm going to go is I'm going to disconnect the wheel speed sensor. When I'm off the track, I can just plug it right back in, and it's super easy. The only problem is that when you do it like this, you do lose your speedometer, which kind of sucks. But I mean, it's a really easy way to disable your ABS and TCS. All right, so as you guys can see down here, we have our wheel speed sensor. It comes all the way up back through here. It wraps around this way, and then it plugs in right back here. So all we have to do is unplug this, and we should be able to disable our TCS and ABS. All right, so it should be as easy as that. So now I'm gonna start up the car and take a look at my Christmas tree dash. All right, well, that's exactly what we wanted. So right there you can see we have traction control is off, ABS is off, the brake is on just because the parking brake is on. And then this one here is for the SRS system, so the airbag and seatbelt pretensioners are disabled. And then I have no idea if our speedometer works or not, but I assume it doesn't. If it's not going to be reading off of only one wheel speed sensor, I would assume that it's just going to disable it. So as far as track readiness, you can see right here as well, it says TCS is off. So that's a good sign. So we have no traction control, no ABS, and no airbags and seatbelt pretensioners. So that is exactly what we wanted. So now the cool thing about this is that I can easily reactivate these systems in the meantime while I test everything. But for a more permanent way to do this, I've heard that you can disable traction control and ABS with HP tuners. I have HP tuners for this car, but truthfully, I don't know how to deactivate these yet. So at some point down the road, I might play around with it and try and figure it out. I think that would be a better and more right way to do it. But there you have it, guys. That's how to disable the SRS and TCS systems in your track day Mustang. But if you guys have any questions about this procedure, let me know in the comments below and I'd be happy to help you out. And as always, if you enjoyed the content for today, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for future content. I'll catch you guys next week. Later.